If you're trying to make your marketing work and you're struggling to do so, I'm going to share with you in this video the top tips for 2022 that will help your marketing soar. If you've even dabbled in marketing, you understand the trends are changing constantly and the marketing strategies are changing quickly because there's new technology, there's new crazes, there's new challenges, there's everything. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top things that you need to be looking for in 2022. Welcome everyone, my name is Alexa D'Agostino and I am the CEO, of a lot of different companies, but in particular, the ThynkTank coaching company that we teach entrepreneurs how to scale their business to the next level. Over 300 businesses scale today. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you all the amazing things that you could do in your marketing. People think it's so hard, there's so much to think about, there's so many different skill sets. You have to have, design skills, writing skills, you have to have all these skills to pull together a very good strategic marketing plan. But the truth is, there are some easy things that you could do right now, and it's almost thinking about the way that you think about marketing. The way that we thought about marketing in the past is very different than how we think about marketing right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to right now go through the top digital marketing strategies and trends of 2022 and the things that you should be thinking about in your marketing. The first thing that you need to be thinking about is conversational marketing. We're no longer in the world where people will see an ad and just buy something immediately. It could take anywhere from 8 to 15 times of somebody seeing your brand for them to actually trust you to go ahead and buy from you, especially high ticket. So what does that mean for you? That means we need to enter into the world of more conversational marketing. No longer are the days where you could just put an ad out and somebody buys, because the reality is statistics show 70% of people said they want instant answers. They don't want to be sold to. They have problems and they want a solution. They want you to share the solution with them, not try to sell them on your solution. They want to try to figure it out on their own. So let them do that. Sometimes people get scared to share value because they're scared. Why am I going to give away everything to these people when I want them to buy me and my service? And I can understand that point of view, but the problem is people don't want that. People want to gain trust in somebody, and that means you have to have more conversational marketing. And the truth is it's so effective because you're building relationships. These people have problems and what they want are your solutions for it. So instead of going ahead and putting out marketing and advertising and there's no trust, you want to build trust through content and solving their problems and sharing ideas, sharing perspective. Conversation marketing is exactly that. It's having a conversation. When you go into a bar or a networking event, you don't just walk up to someone and say, hey, how are you? Do you want to buy my service? No, what do? You build a relationship. You say, hey, I'm Alexa, what's your name? They come back at you and say, I do X, Y, and Z. You build a relationship. The same thing has to happen online. The truth is, Salesforce actually put a survey out, and the survey claimed that 42% of people do not trust brands. And that is why people do not respond well to advertising when there's nothing surrounding the advertising. This is why content is so important. So how do you implement conversational marketing? There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. So the first way is think about all your DMs, your direct messaging, right? So instead of sending an ad to an endless landing page, you can send them instead to Facebook Messenger or even Instagram Messenger. So then you're starting to have a conversation. So instead of going to a landing page, you're going to do click to Messenger, and it's a perfect way to start a conversation rather than going into, hey, watch this video, schedule an appointment. You're actually starting a conversation with them. And what this allows you to do is be able to have a human-to-human interaction rather than them go to a video that was created months ago and there's no interaction. There's nothing there. So having direct messaging is so important. You can even now add Facebook Messenger on your website to have conversations, and WhatsApp as well. So there's so many different ways and popular conversation marketing devices that you can use to have conversations. The other thing that you could do is personalized content, because at the end of the day, people don't want to say, see an email that's like, hey consumer. No, they want a very personalized email. So what does this mean? If you have a survey or some sort of form and you ask questions, create personalized email. If you know somebody went to a specific landing page that has a specific problem, send them something specific to that, right? It's like, you don't go to Pandora and you don't want to listen to, a genre or an artist that you don't like. You want to listen to the music that you like. The same goes with marketing. People want marketing that they like, and they want marketing that makes sense for them, and they want marketing that can actually help them. Because the truth is, HubSpot also put something out, and they did a survey, and 74% of users get really annoyed when people market to them and it's not relevant. And what you don't want to do is piss people off. You want marketing that makes sense. You want to make sure at the end of the day, you have marketing that is connected to what the user actually needs, because otherwise that consumer is never going to buy from you. So the very first thing is conversational marketing. The second thing is what we call experimental marketing, which is your customer journey. The customer journey matters so much because, again, we just said in conversational marketing, the reason why it's so important is because people need anywhere between 8 to 15 times to feel like they trust your brand. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is you're putting out different types of content, and you've got to see what works. So for example, I put out an email to all my leads, and I had 5 people write me and unsubscribe. So I'm going to stop using that email. Clearly it wasn't a good email, right? So you want to do experiments. You want to test different content, different funnels, different lead magnets, different videos, different whatever it is. You want to try different things to see what will actually resonate with your audience. And this is all part of building a customer journey. No longer can you just have that single ad. As I said, you need a whole journey. First, they come in, they see your landing page, they watch your video, you write them on Messenger, you send them a lead magnet, they get your email about your next video, they're listening to your podcast, they're listening to you on multiple different platforms. If somebody's going to buy, especially if you're high ticket, if they're going to buy from you, they're going to do their research. So I make sure when I Google myself that I see everything that's posted about me and what that customer journey looks like. So if Susie's interested in working with me, I want to see the journey that she's on. What is she actually seeing throughout the whole thing so that she can gain trust that we know what we're talking about and we're good at what we do. The third marketing that is so important is influencer marketing. Now, a lot of people do these wrong. And similar to, celebrity endorsements, influencer marketing is becoming really big, but not so much in the macro like the Kim Kardashians of the world. It's actually the micro influencers, because what we're finding is that the micro influencers actually have so much more connection to their audience than the bigger brands. So what does that mean? It means they have greater trust. And so at the end of the day, somebody might only have 100,000 followers, but of those 100,000, a majority of those are actually true loyal fans. So it's really important when you're picking somebody to be an influencer that you're picking somebody that has engagement. You're picking somebody that has real followers that really trust them. And you can see that in the comments. You can see that when they go live, how many people show up. There's so many different ways that you can determine how good somebody's influence is. And what you don't want to do is if you're scrolling on someone's comments and it's like thumbs up emoji and fire emojis, and they're not leaving real genuine comments, then you need to make sure to not use that influence, because a lot of times it's really easy to fake influence, unfortunately, right? So the truth is that there's so much data out there that shows that this works. And Nielsen, which is a research firm, actually shows that 83% of consumers trust personal recommendations from people on social media. The whole trend, TikTok made me do it, is not just a stupid trend. It actually has made people a lot of money. So social media influencers are amazing for your brand, and it's a much more affordable way to get in front of people because you're bootstrapping an audience that they already have. The fourth trend is continued digital transformation. Now, this is a little controversy in my mind because I am still a big print fan. Now, I'm not saying go be in, a magazine, but the reality is people like tangible things. However, the trend is all digital transformation. So taking everything offline and moving it online. So removing the billboards of the world and doing digital ads. Now, there's pros and cons to this, right? Because the reality is anybody can just put an ad up on Facebook. Anybody can put an ad up on Google. It's super easy. So the problem with that is you need a lot more of it in order to be trusted. You need more content, you need PR, you need to be seen in multiple different locations. Otherwise, the problem is you're not going to be trusted. If you just have a site and you're nowhere else to be found, you're going to have an issue, because then what happens is you have all of this marketing going out and they go to Google you, and it's the customer journey, going back to the other point. And their journey is they don't know who you are because nobody's writing about you, right? So that's the problem with digital transformation, where when they get a postcard or they see, a TV ad or a billboard, those are expensive. Not everybody can throw up a $10,000 billboard. So there's a little bit more trust because they're seeing, but they're also seeing you on different mediums. So now what you need to do is take your multi-platform perspective of offline and online, and now start to move it towards just online. But think about the different platforms that you can do. So if you're selling products on Amazon, you want a website still. You still want to have reviews on other sites. You want your product to be on multiple different locations. Even if you're only solely selling it on Amazon, it's really important for them to understand the story behind it, because at the end of the day, trust is very, very difficult, and you need to build that trust. So number 4 trend is digital transformation and moving your brand online. 5th trend is a new social media trend, which has been on the rise for a while, and it should be no surprise that video is on a huge rise right now, especially because of TikTok. People want short, quick videos. They want funny, they want entertaining. And if you look at what people want in content on TikTok versus Instagram versus Facebook, they all want different things. People on TikTok want short, concise, they want entertaining, they want education. Where Instagram, they want more polished videos. Where Facebook, they want more of the behind the scenes. The reality is 80% of consumers prefer to watch videos rather than read content. So even now our blog posts, we're tying our blog posts with, guess what? Videos, because now people that don't want to actually read the content can just watch the video, and it's really easy to do. So remember that at the end of the day, 87% of consumers believe social media helps them buy. Why? Because it helps them make the decision, because they're doing research. They're able to actually see the product or see the person running the service, which means they get to know you, they get to understand you. So video is so important. No matter what business you're in, video is going to be a huge difference between A, buying, and B, not buying. And especially Gen Z, they will purchase right through social media, but you need to put your face out there. Nobody's going to buy a product, nobody's going to buy a service without actually seeing the people behind it. It's just a plain fact, plenty of data out there to show that. All right, the next important trend of 2022 is automation. Automation has honestly been a big reason why we've been successful, because I've been able to automate a lot of the lead gen that I do, all of my appointment setting, my emails, even reminders to my team. I have automations that go all day long, reminding them of different things they have to do in their tasks, and it has allowed to be able to be more effective. And the benefit of automation is time saving, and time is money. Especially as a CEO, your time is money. So adding automation to your business is how you get from 6 to 7 figures. It's very difficult to build a 7-8 figure business without any automations at all, because what this is going to do is it's going to increase your ROI, it's going to increase your conversion rates, especially if you're not good at follow-up. Automate the follow-up. There's no reason not to automate something, because it is so easy. There's so many amazing tools out there like HubSpot and Monday and all of these great CRM systems, and you can easily set maybe not easily, but you can set these automations so that you can step away and actually do your job, which is selling. If you're spending all day sending emails and reminding people to do things and writing emails to clients and all of that, all you're doing is wasting your time, because every time think about the time it takes you to write a recap email. If you're doing the same service, if you're building a website over and over and over again, you're basically always going to be sending the same client emails every time. First is a kickoff email, then the second email is, hey, here's your SEO analysis, then the third email is, here's your design. Whatever it is, you can automate all of this. We literally have all of this automated in our CRM. We use Monday, and basically we have a customer journey for every single service that we have, and we have emails that get triggered based on what we're doing. And that allows us to easily just not worry about writing a whole email. We know what the email needs to say. We know what the customer journey is. We've done projects over and over again. So automation allows us to remove the thinking behind what needs to be sent, and it just happens. So not only does it save us time thinking about what the customer journey should be, but it also saves us time writing the email as well. And the third is it keeps the customer journey consistent. Because remember, the customer journey is not just when they walk into your door for the first time, it's all the way through onboarding, it's all the way through fulfillment. So you want to make sure you have consistency so that everybody is having the same service and the same thing. The last trend I'm going to add has to do with the previous point that we said, which was how important it is to transition your business online. However, the truth is in 2021, the actual number one marketing platform was actually direct mail. And the truth is that 70% of people engage with the brand online after receiving something physically in the mail. So what does that mean? It means it's much more trustworthy. And the other trend that you see is a lot less words. So now direct mail, it's not something that's in an envelope, it's something that's a postcard, quick. They say the average is about 500 words, that's it. It is an avenue to get them to see you and see what you have to offer, and then you want to drive them to your digital presence. That's where then you can really try to sell them. All the direct mail is doing is getting their attention. And the really great thing is that a study that came out shows that 56% of physical mail literally stays in the house for 28 days. That means they're seeing you over and over again. That's incredible to be able to get in front of them for that one price for 28 straight days. That's fantastic. So what we're using right now is QR codes in different ways. And what we'll do is we'll send out a mailer and drive them to a landing page. And that will allow us to get in front of them. It gains trust because consumers feel much more trust, right? 70% of those consumers that get direct mail feel more trust to want to go actually Google them. So direct mail is not dead. In fact, it's super easy. There's so many sites that you can go buy consumer data for really inexpensive. I just bought a client 56,000 names for $2,000. That's it. 56,000 of his exact audience that he's getting in front of. So it's an incredible opportunity for very inexpensive for you to get in front of the person that's willing to buy your service. So those are the trends that I have for you today. There's so many more things and so many more trends. I'm going to keep it simple. The reality is the customer journey matters. No longer are the days where you can just put an ad up and that's it. You've got to build relationships. And that's the most important thing that you can do is have conversations, have multiple different forms of marketing avenues and platforms that you're on, share content, solve problems, and make sure to build trust. Trust is the bridge between a prospect and somebody signing on the dotted line. Without that bridge, you're not going to make that sale. So leverage your marketing as an opportunity to build relationships and build trust. I hope this was helpful. If you have not yet, hit that subscription button so that you can get more information on how to scale your business to the next level. I'll see you next time.